time on my hands here, putting in that work. Grind don't stop, guys. Grind don't stop. This is pretty much how I'm able to make things happen. You know what I'm saying? It's called sacrificing. I don't really expect too many people to be on this live uh, this evening, afternoon, wherever you may be at. But today, I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of dating, uh, you know, a younger woman. Pros and cons of dating a younger woman. So I wanted to talk about NDR anyway. I know a lot of us, a lot of us are older, 40 and up, traveling the DR, looking for love. A lot of us are excited, when we meet a younger woman, especially the ones that's looking for something long lasting, but you got to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is it really worth dating a younger woman in Dominican Republic opposed to somebody that's age appropriate? And I've been there. Yeah, a lot of y'all know how I feel about uh, dating a woman that's appropriate. Dated woman, older, younger. Now I'm currently dating somebody younger. But what prompted me to make this live is because, a viewer reached out to me. He's talking about his situationship. He's dating a younger woman. And he asked me my advice. And I said, okay, I'm going to make a video about it. And I'm not going to disclose who you are, your name, but I need to make this video only because I'm sure you're not the only brother, and I'm sure there's a lot of brothers that's going through this. So I'm just going to say it. So he basically said that, a young woman that he's dating is just pretty much new, and he's helping a girl out, you know, bringing her from the bottom. And he pretty much moved her into an apartment, taking care of her. And he said he sent her some money to buy food, right? And he said that when she bought the food, she showed him the receipt and everything. And he's looking at all the stuff she bought. He's looking at all the stuff she bought. And he said, he didn't say anything, but he said he got upset because it's like, I'm bringing you from the bottom when before I got with you, you were barely eating. Now that I'm with you, I'm sending you money to buy food. And one of the things that she bought was camarones, shrimp. She bought shrimp. And this is my thing. I told him, I said, well, this is what happens when you're dating a younger woman. See, there's pros and there's cons. When you're dating a younger woman, fellas, y'all need to listen up. You need to listen to this because if you one of those fellas is putting yourself in a position where you want to date a younger woman, well, you have to expect, some of the young, immature things that girls do. Um, Now the difference between the older woman and the younger woman, you give an older woman, let's just say 5,000 pesos, she's gonna take that 5,000 pesos to make it stretch. You see what I'm saying? Because she knows she got to eat for the next couple of weeks. Now here, this girl, she done bought herself some shrimp. She done bought, all kinds of processed stuff she normally wouldn't buy, only because she can't afford to buy it. But now that she done got with a gringo foreigner, she feels like she can buy whatever she want, and the gringo is gonna be okay with that. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, dating a younger woman, it could be exciting. Sex may be good. It's exciting. You got butterflies all over again. But do you want to put yourself in a position where you got to mold and train them? Because this is what you're gonna have to do. You want to date a younger woman, you're gonna have to mold them to how you want them to be. You understand what I'm saying? And I told him, I said, bro, this is this is what you chose, so now you got to deal with it. And if you're going to um date her, these are the kind of things that you're going to have to expect. Younger girls, they don't have the mentality that an older woman has. You understand what I'm saying? Older women, they're experienced. Uh, they know how to raise a family. They know how to stretch a dollar. When it comes to these young chicks, man, they they have no idea. So that's the cons of dating a younger woman. You're gonna have to mold them to how you want them to be. You can't expect things to just you know happen, and you can't expect them to just be responsible. Even some of the older women, are irresponsible. I got a few of y'all be hollering at me, telling me y'all stories. So I try to give y'all the best advice possible, man. um Even if you're a older cat, that's because a lot of y'all, I'm gonna be real, a lot of y'all are still married, going down to DR, doing your thing or whatever. And if you one of those brothers, man, take care of home first. You know what I'm saying? Take care of home first. I always say that. Um, and when I mean take care of home, I mean make sure your wife is good, your kids is good. You have no idea. You have no idea. A lot of y'all be going down to DR and you know running amok, tricking, but shit ain't right at home. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to weigh it out. You got to weigh it out. And trust me, I've been there. I dated older. I'm currently dating younger. And women in general outside of the United States, they're accustomed to being submissive and catering to the man and doing all the things that, the man expects. You understand? But at the same time, with knowing that, you can't expect. You gotta keep in mind we're from two different worlds. They from there, we from the states. So the mentality is going to be different. So these kind of things you have to keep in mind. When you are looking to date somebody younger than you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to lay down the rules, lay down. I'm not gonna say rules because it feels like it's dictatorship when you say rules, but you have to make your demands and in hopes that she abides by it. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of them think that we just have money to burn. We just got money to just throw out the window. You know what I mean? Nah, you got to let them know straight up. Listen, especially if you plan on being with them long term, you gotta let them know. Look, X amount of dollars I'm sending you. This money has to last you, and if it don't last, you on your own. Because at the end of the day, before we came into their lives, how were you living before? How were you living before I came into your life? You know, you were barely eating. So here it is, somebody coming into your life that's looking to make your life better. You should be mindful of the kind of things you do, how you spend your money, keep it in mind. Because a lot of these women, they don't care, especially if you don't say anything. They're gonna just spend your money and spend your money and spend your money, whether they want to be with you for just one night or whether they want to be with you long term. Because their mentality is that we got it. We got it. And I'm one of the brothers. I tell them straight up, like, listen, I'm not what you think. You think I'm rich? You think I'm a brother with all this money? If that's what you think, I'm not the man for you. I let them know straight up. That way, there's no expectations there. You can't expect me to do something that I already told you I can't do. And if I can do it, I'll let you know I can do it. So I always say transparency is always the best. Um, but you have to weigh it out when it comes to dating these women. A lot of us, we tend to look past, the women's 30 and up only because, they come with baggage. It's not as exciting, dating somebody younger. Uh, but, it can be problems on both sides. Younger women, you got to worry about them looking for the next best thing. You know what I mean? older women, they're a little bit more subtle. They're a little bit more mature. They're a little bit more, wanting to stay in something long lasting only because they know there's other competition out there. Let's just be real. But at the same time, a lot of them come with baggage. A lot of them come with two and three and four kids. And I think that's why a lot of us hold back, from dating women, older, women 30 and over. A lot of them come with a lot of baggage. I know me, I don't have a problem dating a woman with kids. However, you got two or more, nah, uh-uh. I'm not trying to raise somebody else's kids. I'm just not trying to do that. Call me selfish, call me whatever you want. And if I were to date a woman that's a little older, I would prefer her kids to be grown. That's just me. That's just me. But I guess it's all up to the individual. But you have to choose. I always say, choose your mates wisely, man. Choose them wisely. Choose them wisely, especially with these young ones. A lot of us be caught up in a fantasy, rather than the reality. Because the reality is, most of these young women just want us for our money. I'm not gonna say all, but the percentage is high. You know what I'm saying? The percentage is high. Once you get on that plane and leave, somebody else. So I always say, if you're looking, it all depends on what you're looking to do. If you're looking to date, take your time. And if you're looking to do other than dating, hey, that's your prerogative. What's that saying? You're here for a short time, not a long time. You know what I mean? But, you know, specifically for the brothers that's looking for somebody uh, long lasting relationship. Because at the end of the day, let's face it. A lot of us, how long you gonna play the field? How long you? I know brothers. I know brothers. Yeah, bro, she's officially in. Yeah, I know brothers. You know what I'm saying? We a lot of brothers that I know played the field till they damn near 60, 70 years old, and then health problems start kicking in. Then who you got to hold you down? You know what I mean? Who you got? So we really got to think about, how we moving. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna be young forever. You ain't gonna be healthy, and what I'm saying, forever. So you better get somebody and stick by them so that when shit start happening, you got somebody that's gonna hold you down. You know, and that's my mental. You know what I'm saying? That's my mental, man. A lot of us, I see it. I done played the field, been there, done that. Uh, and a lot of ones that's still playing that's 60 and over. That's because y'all ain't really bag them like that when you was younger. So now you making up for all it. You making up for what you didn't get when you was in your 20s and 30s. And that's how I see it. And that's how I look at it. Call me Say I'm lying, you know what I'm saying? But that's how I look at it. A lot of the dudes that's out here running amok, that's over the age of 50, a lot of y'all brothers weren't bagging chicks like y'all was when y'all was y'all 20s. So now you get a little bit of attention, you start going crazy and losing your mind. I see it happening all the time, man. All the time. But if you're one of those brothers, man, you gotta think hard and smart, long term, because like I said, we ain't gonna be healthy, we ain't gonna be vibrant forever. When them health issues and health problems start kicking in, who gonna be there for you to hold you down and take care of you? You know what I'm saying? You really think the young girl's gonna be there for you? You got to think about that. Is young girls gonna be there for you? The young ones that you picking, are they gonna be there to hold you down? Nah. Once your health problems start, they on to the next man that's got money. And then you sitting there feeling sorry for yourself only because you thought the young chick that you got with was really, loving you and wanted to be with you and so on and so on. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. And this is why it took me long, especially once you start, you got investments and you got properties and stuff like that. You become a target. Whether you in the United States or Dominican Republic, you become a target. I say it all the time, you know? And that's why I always say, yo, if I'm gonna have a kid, I'd rather have him in Dominican Republic. The laws are different. It's not like here in the United States. You know, the laws are, in the United States are to protect the woman. You know, you get a woman pregnant, especially if you're a man, you know, of a certain stature, you're making X amount of money, man. They taking you to child support, and then you got that over your head for the next 21 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna pay for my child, but you know, the laws are different. You know, at least in DR, you get a woman pregnant and it don't work out. You're not coming for your passport and your license and all the things that America does here for a man. You know, do a lot of them do. Do they deserve it? Yeah, I would say if you get a woman pregnant, it's your responsibility to take care of her. But the difference between here and the United States, I mean, the United States and DR, you take a woman try to take you to court. No, as parents, you're equally responsible for that kid. You know what I'm saying? So if the judge orders you to pay $500 a month, well then both parents are equally responsible. She paid 250 and he paid 250. That's how that work out. You know, so it's a method to my madness. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it over in DR. You know, so yeah, that's pretty much that's my that's my reasoning. Like, people tell me I'm crazy all the time, but nah. And if it don't work out, it don't work out. You know, I'm not gonna be one of those brothers. Oh, uh, I thought she loved me, and you know, nah, you ain't gonna do that to me. You ain't gonna do it to me. If it don't work out, it don't work out. You bless me with a child or two, I'm happy. You can go on about your business. I keep my kids and raise them if you can't afford to pay your half. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my mentality. My mentality at 44. Like, if I'm gonna get with a woman, whether she can help me or not, I'm looking at the potential. You know what I'm saying? Whether you young or old. I was talking to this one woman. Talking to her, I thought she might be somebody that I could potentially be with. You know, so once I started asking her about her goals, her aspirations, I like a woman that's intelligent. You know, that can speak and hold a conversation. And she told me, I was like, nah, just from that. What was two things that was a red flag? She told me that she wasn't intelligent. That was one. I mean, so who says that? You know, even if you weren't, that's not something you tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? So she said that, and then I'm talking to her. Every time I talk to her on the phone, I like to eat. You know what I mean? I can hold down myself. I can hold my own in the kitchen, but it'd be nice to have a companion, somebody that can burn down just as good as you can. You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that every time I had a conversation with this chick, she's always cooking salami and huevos and eggs. For those who don't know what huevos is, but eggs and salami and a lot of junk. So I said, what's your favorite food? What do you like to cook? And she's telling me her mother can cook. I'm just like, yo, I'm not marrying your mother. I'm trying to see what you can do in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So, and mind you, this was a woman in her 30s. So I was like, nah, she's not the one. So I don't know. For me, I just be phasing them out at this point. I'm phasing them out only because you got to know. Hey, Rose, what's up? Everything okay? I just like to pass the. Oh well, hey, pass on by, pass on by. It's $60 here. Be sure to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, like you know, I'm asking her what could she cook, and she's telling me her mother's. I'm like, I don't care about what your mother can do. I'm trying to find out, see what you can do. So I ended up just stopped talking to her. You know what I mean? And she still follows me on my WhatsApp. And I normally don't post. If I'm more of a private kind of a dude. In the woman that I do get with, once it's real, and I feel like it's real, then y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just putting a woman on my platform just to put her on the platform. Nah, The woman that I put on my platform, once I know it's real, then that's when I'll do it. But yeah, so she see this other girl on my platform, I mean on my WhatsApp story. And once I put that one chick on there, man, everybody's, all the girls that I'm talking to is like, who that? Who that? Who that? And my thing is, when you know what you want and you have certain expectations, never settle. You know what I'm saying? Know your self worth, whether you're a man or a woman. You got to know your self worth, man. And there's certain things that I'm just not going to compromise. I'm not going to compromise when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? Especially when you are the one that's going to be the breadwinner in the situation, the provider, and making sure she's good. Nah, there's certain things that I'm just not compromising with. You know what I mean? From one, cooking, cleaning, homemaker, and all of that stuff. Like, if you can't do any of those things, then what do it's like? What do I need you really? What do I need you for? Sex? I can get that anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I can get that anywhere. So, you know, those are the important things, to me anyway, when it comes to women cooking, cleaning, raising a family, knowing how to take care to make sure the kids is good, make sure the household is good. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of things are important to me. So, yeah, but I'm not gonna be on here long, but I just wanted to talk about that, based on situation that was brought to my attention, dating these younger women, man. Like I said, it's exciting. A lot of us brothers may not have dated a younger woman, doesn't know what it feels like to have a beautiful woman next to him, doesn't know what that is. A lot of us, we end up losing our mind, and forget about what's in front of us. I'm gonna give you guys just a quick stories, and brother, and it be the ones that you be like, damn, you know better. Why are you letting this girl do this to you? Man, this is older brother that I know. There's a few of y'all out there in DR, man, expats is living out there. And this one brother, I call them the OMG crew, old man gang, because they out there living their best life out in Puerto Plata, and I hadn't been out there in just a couple of months, so every time I go, I always see the old OMG crew, always see them. So it was one of the dudes in the crew. I was like, "Yo, what happened to such and such?" And they start, one of the bros in the OMG crew was like, "Man, he done lost his damn mind." I said, "Well, what happened? Tell me what happened." And basically, he was telling me that he got with this woman. Now, this dude that's part of the OMG crew, he's about in his 70s. He's in his 70s. So he done got with this chick in her 30s. You know what I'm saying? 30s. And the man got bread. When I tell y'all he got money, he's got money. He's a retired man, nice pension, out there living good. So he got with this woman, ended up putting her in a beautiful home, her kids, and bro was like, yeah, he put her and her kids in the house. He said, and he put her male cousin in there too. And he said, you know who the male cousin is? I'm like, oh shit, you gotta be kidding. He said, yeah. So they had a party, they have these expat parties a lot. Once you guys, for those of you guys who don't know, in Puerto Plata, it's a huge expat community. So the expats get together a lot. I've been to a number of expat functions out there. So he said that they had a party and he had invited, he brought her people or whatever. He said the party didn't even start yet. He said they didn't even, he said that he brought them, and you could tell that he wanted to stay and enjoy himself, but the woman regulated that. He said they didn't even stay a good 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? They was they was there and they was gone. And now, it's to the point where he doesn't even hang out with the group anymore, only because she's got him, she's got him wrapped around her fingers. You see what I'm saying? And that a lot of that goes on, guys. You know, for the ones that are in their 70s, you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful. I think that brothers that are in their late 60s and 70s, they become more vulnerable to these women, and then once they get with one, these women have their, especially they done already peeped out your situation. They know you don't have any family out there, or a circle of friends is going to protect you, and you know what I'm saying. So she done pretty much took complete advantage of this man to the point where he doesn't even show up anymore to any of the expat functions. Like, nobody knows what's going on. You see what I'm saying with him, what he's doing. So it's a lot of that goes on. You know, so we have to be careful and always protect ourselves, and not put ourselves in a vulnerable situation. You see what I'm saying? Because it happens. It happens. I think a lot of us, even women, when we get to a certain age, I'm talking about 60s, mainly the 60s. Once you start getting older in life, in order to have companionship, to have love, just to have somebody with you, a lot of us be willing to put up with a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? Only just to have somebody around. And a lot of brothers fall victim to that, fall victim to it. They don't care. They're like, yo, she's here, she's cooking, she's doing this, she's doing that. If she's sleeping around with five or six other guys, like, a lot of us get to that point in life where we just are complacent and comfortable with being with that one woman, whether she's out there screwing around, and just for the companionship. you know I see a lot of that happening, and don't be one of those brothers and sisters to put yourself in that situation where you become vulnerable only because you're looking for companionship. You know, yeah, and a lot of us find companionship in these these younger women that really, and younger men. They call them swanky pankies or something like that for the women. A lot of us, find ourselves in that kind of a situation. So I always say, if you're going out there and you're looking for love, and this is for the people that's looking, for something serious. You know, take your time. Take your time. Take it for somebody who's been there and done it, played the field. A lot of y'all talk about me like, oh, you were stupid. Listen, we all have become vulnerable at some point in our lives. You know what I'm saying? Even the biggest player has been played. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my situation, I told my story, and, sometimes we got to lead by example. I feel like my story should have been told so we can help other brothers and sisters who might fall victim to that. You know what I mean? Letting your guard down, trusting people, to the point where you're not realizing what's going on around you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we have to, especially when you're a person that's got assets and property, and I always say, never, if you are getting with a man or a woman in DR, never tell them everything about you. Keep some things, quiet. They don't have to know you got property in the United States. They don't got to know that you got a house or apartment in Bonnie or Santo Domingo. The less they know about you, the better off you'll be. Trust me. Trust me. You know, the less they know, the better. And you don't start, you give it time. Take it from somebody that knows. I was dating this chick for 2 years, thought I knew her, had no idea who she really was until, it was too late. In that situation, I was like, damn, here it was. I really, she wasn't the best I ever had in terms of looks. I'm not even gonna hold you. I could have picked somebody way better looking than her. But for me, it wasn't about the looks. As you get older, it's like, yo, you looking for somebody that's really gonna hold you down, somebody that's genuine, somebody that's sincere. She appeared to be all the above, you know, until I found out, otherwise, And now she's here. She's here in the States. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I was on a dating app. And I already knew she was in the States. She had hit me up on WhatsApp because I didn't block her, I didn't block her, but I knew she was in the States, but I was on Plenty of Fish. For those of you guys who don't know, I was on Plenty of Fish, just scrolling, browsing, or whatever, and I just happened to see, this woman hit me up, no profile pic or no nothing. My picture's up there. You know what I'm saying? So she started speaking to me in Spanish, and I'm like, who is this? And she said to me, you know exactly who it is. And I'm like, nah, I don't know who it is. Mind you, she was zero point 0.5 miles away, like close, close, close. So when she told me who she was, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Chick that I dated for 2 years is now here in New York, on on Plenty of Fish, trying to meet up with me after all the bullshit she put me through, But it goes back to that old saying, you don't know what you got till it's gone. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I was good to her. I was good to the girl. I mean, all that I did for her, man, I always say, because I catch a lot of flack from it. Brothers be like, "Oh, you was a sucker. You from New York. You should have known better." I get all that bull. But like I said, when you are in love and you got to let your guard down at some point. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, I did let my guard down. I might have let it down a little bit too much, but I look at it like this: all of what I did, all of what I spent, it benefited me too, and I don't have no regrets. I have no regrets at all. I took that experience as a learning experience and know how to move at this point. And this is one of the reasons why, I have been, when it comes to dating Dominican women, I tread lightly. After that situation, I tread lightly. Certain things you got to look out for. Red flags. When they tell you, "Oh, Poppy, I love you," they telling you they love you second day they meeting you. That's a red flag right there. They done told you, Tom, Dick, and whoever else they done seen that they love them too. You just the next. You're just the next one. So those are the kind of things you need to look out for. Um, Trying to think of anything else. Meeting a family and stuff like that. You meeting them for the first time. There's no need for you to meet their family, because once they bring you, and a lot of us, I said it before, a lot of us, when we meet a female out there and they want to bring us around their family, we automatically think it's just, I don't know if it's you know a states thing or westernized thing, but when we are introduced to somebody's family, we look at it, we think it's serious. It's serious to us as being Westerners. It's a serious, but when they bring you to their family, it's like, to them it's like, oh shit, he or she done found the gringo. You know what I'm saying? We done hit the jackpot. That's how they're looking at it, and that's their mentality. But we, on the other hand, we're looking at it like, oh shit, she done introduced me to her family. It's serious. She really likes me. So I think, what I'm saying, until you find out, that's just a scam. Like, you're not just the only dude she done did that to. You know what I'm saying? So it's little things like that, you know. Um, I always look at the small things, because the small things is going to paint a bigger picture. I'm trying to think of some other examples. Me, I'm a type of man. I don't like my female asking me for anything. I mean, once you're my wife, that's something different. But if I'm just meeting you for the first time and it's like, "Oh, Poppy, I need," or "My mother's sick," or "This one is," I done heard all of those stories. Those should be red flags to you, me, and everybody else, man. It should be, because my thing is, if I'm just, first of all, it got to a point where I don't even talk to girls or entertain females in DR unless, like, I know I'm going down there. Let's just say, for instance, I know I'm going down. Today's Thanksgiving. Let's just say I know I'm going down there in 2 weeks. Most times, I don't start making contacts with women until like 4 days, before I make my trip down there. Because I'm not gonna have you asking me for money and asking me for help and all these things that they do. You know what I mean? So it's always good to just wait till you get down there, or a couple of days before you fly down, before you start, engaging, with these women or men for the females. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. And then also, meeting them. These are for the brothers that's looking to meet, somebody serious and relationship, wifey material, and all of that stuff. You gotta stay outside of the tourist areas. And one brother said to me, he said, "Well, you do know that a lot of the chicks that be in Sosua aren't from Sosua. They coming from other small cities and other towns to whore in Sosua. So you really don't know what you're getting." And I'm like, you know what? It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. And if you one of those brothers that's faced with that kind of a situation, I always say, wait it out. Especially when you're looking for something long term. I'm willing to take my time, rather than jumping into something that, jumping into the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Because then, you do that, you don't, a couple of months down the line, one going up when you can. All right. When you end up moving fast like that, you end up getting with somebody that you end up regretting getting with, only because you done found out that she's been going to Sosua and Santo Domingo on the weekend selling her ass. Yeah, she's working at a dentist's office, or she's a nurse, and a lot. And that, let's be real. A lot of these women are, are professionals. A lot of them are professionals, guys. A lot of them are professionals. The problem is they don't make enough money in their towns and their cities to support their families. So you have a lot of them that go to Sosua and Boca Chica on the weekends to sell their ass to make more money, and doing it discreetly, hoping that their families don't find out, So yeah, it happens. It happens. So you do have those kind of women out there, you know, you do. Um, so I always say, man, if you're looking for love, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. You're the one that's the breadwinner in the situation. You have to always keep that in mind. You always have the upper hand in the situation. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of us, date women outside of the U.S. only because of the submissiveness. But it takes a lot more than being submissive with me, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if the kind of woman that I want to be with is a woman, I don't care if she's poor or not. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't matter to me. I want to see the potential. What can you really bring? Are you financially responsible? And like I said, if y'all looking to date these younger women, you're gonna have to mold them to how you want them to be. Whereas, usually the older women in Dominican Republic, they done their experience. You know what I'm saying? They know, how to make stretch 5,000 pesos. If you tell them, yo, this is all you getting for the month, figure it out. They're gonna figure it out, you know. But when you got a younger woman, her mentality is not there, guys. She's all about getting her hair done, her nails done. You give them money to buy food. They're not looking to buy rice and habichuelas and oil. They're buying, packaged and processed shit. You see what I'm saying? And see that, so that's a difference, between dating somebody older and younger. Older, a little bit more wiser, a little bit more responsible, and knows how to manage things, opposed to somebody that's younger. Yeah. But I just wanted to drop a little jewels on this Thanksgiving. As y'all see, I'm here grinding at work. It goes back to what I said before, man. Sometimes in life, we got to do things that we don't want to do, but when you're trying to get to where you want to be in life, man, it's called sacrifice. And one of my viewers said it to me. He sent me something at a time where I was really depressed, and people, y'all may look at me and like, oh, Jay's making it happen. He's doing this, but I listen. I'm human, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I go through my shit too. Y'all have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. I have my days, man. I have my days, but I keep telling myself at the end of there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This too shall pass. I have to mentally, talk to myself in order to get through this whole building process and being an influencer, you know what I mean, and encouraging and inspiring others to try to do the same thing. Y'all have no idea the feedback that I get back from you guys. That's what keeps me going. And I'm not here to compete with anybody out here, man. I mean, everybody's got their own craft and their own way of how they do things. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for going on 3 years. Am I focused on the following? No, I'm focusing on the feedback. The feedback is what I'm focusing on. The people that say to me, "Yo, Jay, I really appreciate your info that you putting out there. It really that lets me know that I'm doing. If I help somebody, one person, I done did my job, man. I done did my job. But I'm not gonna go on and on. Just want to thank y'all for all the love and support, man. All you guys who've been riding with me. It's Kyle, by the way. Yeah, all you guys that's been rocking with me from the beginning. I appreciate y'all. Just know that if any of you guys is trying to go through the same process as me, y'all can do it. Y'all can do it. It's not easy, but as I said, discipline, hard work, dedication, and surrounding yourself around like-minded individuals is going to help you to continue to elevate and get you to where you want to be. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm gonna close out this live. I got an interview coming up this Sunday. Usually I do it on Saturdays between 12 and 1. But I think you guys can benefit or going to benefit from this live because it's a brother that I just met, having a conversation with him. I was like, yo, man, I definitely like to have you on because I feel like a lot of my viewers need life experiences, that other people are going through to get to where they want to get to. It's not just me that's doing this. It's other brothers and sisters out here that's trying to make it happen too. So if I can bring them on the platform to give you guys that boost of confidence and that encouragement and that interchange of encouragement to fuel your fire, then that's what I'm going to do. You see what I'm saying? But this brother is near retirement and about to make a life for himself in DR. So I want to bring him on Sunday at 12 o'clock to share his story with you guys. So y'all stay tuned for the live this coming Sunday. And guys, I appreciate y'all always, man. Thanks again for tuning in. And for those of you guys that's just tuning in, be sure to hit the like, the share, and subscribe. And guys, I'll be talking to y'all soon. Enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday. Don't eat too much. Gobble gobble, guys. Peace and love.